we found our personal idea how to grow. Today we will talk about how to be reliable. Very hot topic, yeah, in India especially, regulation. Or we can see how they grow. I also want to share some information how the markets grow for this couple of years.
So I would like to call Denis on stage. He'll tell about his broker and everything.
Thank you, Denis. Yeah, thank you. Hi, guys. Hi, Pune. Hello. Yeah. Such a nice city, such a nice audience. You know, it's my first time in Pune, but it's not my first time in India. The guys know how much already journey together we made before in different states, different cities, but Pune have some kind of magic vibe. I don't know why. So maybe people more intelligent, maybe you are more kind or you're more proactive. You're asking many questions and very relevant questions. So I'm very happy to be with you today here, be your guest, the guest of Tradefluenza. Since we are working maybe, how much, 2 or 3 years, yeah, Rishabh, how many? So we made already several boot camps and events before, because with Tradefluenza we found a way how to synchronize our ideas, our approach for clients, for partners, for traders. And of course it's about reliability, it's about mutual trust. And 2 years ago we found our personal idea how to grow Indian community at A-Markets, at our broker, through education, through several things. So that's why I will also give some information about myself. I'm a managing director of A-Markets Asia division. So under my management, India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and other Southeast Asian countries. So today we will talk about how to be reliable, because you know, right now in the FX industry, we count around 6,000 brokers. So try to imagine how to avoid mistakes, to choose the company to whom you can trust, to whom you can deliver your capital, where you will practice your knowledge. Of course, it's kind of difficult, and sometimes broker can give very lucrative package of information, but the reality will be completely different. It's like a car. You can buy a car, but you don't know what is the engine inside, yeah? But it could looks like very perfectly. So today we will talk about initial points, how to identify the company, if it's legit or not, if it's serious in terms of the product, the system, or it's just a kind of fake story just to collect attention, collect funds, and then disappear, yeah? So if we are talking about main selection points, yeah, so of course we will talk about how company holds your capital, how they execute your position. So for example, if the broker don't have segregation, it means one day your capital will be under the risk. So let's say at the markets we are fully segregated company, so we never mix company funds and clients funds. All the deposits they come from the global overseas payment system. That's why the risks of being compromised is absolutely avoided in this case. Also sometimes, especially in commission, you can be surprised that your balance got deducted, and finally you read the terms and conditions of the broker and you see that they have X3 times swap, yeah? Everybody knows what is swap. It's overnight commission, especially for the Islamic world. So for sure, if the broker give you transparent calculation of the prices, commission fee, you will be avoided to be surprised that your balance got deducted in some cases. Of course, we're talking about execution, yeah? Because in India, I heard so many cases when my partner, my friends, already clients, yeah, they say, Denis, let's say we know about some brokers and their spread is lower, IB remuneration is higher. And I try to explain them, guys, try to calculate. Mathematics is very simple. The balance between IB remuneration and spread should be at least twice different. It's impossible that IB remuneration will be same like price of the spread. What it means? It means that the broker will play with your quotes, with your execution. Definitely you will get slippage. That's why this is the real answer. Why? Sometimes the calculation is hidden you see lucrative payouts, but as a fact, your open position going down. So for sure, be careful with this. So execution matters. It makes sense, of course. So it really reflects on your profit. So you need to be very, very attentive in this case. So let's go next. Very hot topic, yeah, in India especially, regulation. Everybody's talking about regulation, how to work, how to operate business, how to manage event, how to start Google Ads, how to support influencers, and how to survive in this wonderful world, yeah, by the way, especially for the brokers. So the answer is kind of combined, because sometimes broker can be very successful and reliable, but it doesn't have heavy regulation. For example, I'll give you an example. 2014, one of the broker got cheat Chinese clients for $120 million, and they was under SISEC, Security Commission of Cyprus. And as a result, it took them 8 years to comply with all disputes, with negative statement, and they cannot do nothing because they said, okay, you go to the government, you will comply and submit your complaint, but clients was like a victims. Nobody protect them, and it was very hard process. At A-Markets, we choose another way. Of course, we are regulated. We have different global regulations. We have compensation fund for each client who are protected for $20,000 if in case his dispute will be initiated through financial commission. It's a global powerful authority that controls A-Markets, controls our orders, controls our disputes with the clients. But luckily, we don't have any critical disputes because reputation, product, and system is very perfect. So you can see in Trustpilot or WikiFix or review from the direct community or network leaders. So the main thing is you should understand that being heavy regulated doesn't mean that you will be fully protected. Unfortunately, because sometimes heavy regulation just give you like promises. Once the process will be started, it will be a very hard process to comply, to explain, and achieve some compensation or refund or something like this. So at conception of A-Markets, we made decision to be excellent in the service with negative issue, with no problem with UPI withdrawal, but collecting global regulatory authorities that will never kill the product. Everybody knows what happened last summer, yeah? The biggest broker. We know everybody whom I'm talking about. Black and yellow colleagues in our industry. I know them personally. They also have Russian roots. So this company, whom I really respect, they got problem because of disputes and compliance, because of the heavy regulation of Cyprus. And that's why Indian case caused many problems for them because of this heavy regulation. So this is the, I think, best example how to nowadays avoid the huge problem in future for the company, but still keep saving the clients' funds, their positions in the proper way. So let's go next. We already talked about swaps and about commissions. Yeah, yeah, sure, sir. It's a very good question. Now, of course, we mostly use A-book model. Because, yeah, we start hedging once we release that we have very huge clients. They came from different hedge funds or private investors. So if in case you work with $200K deposit, $300K, already in India, we have this client from the north part. We provide direct connection for our LP. We use with X-Open Hub, it's our liquidity provider. And through to the fact of big investment for the bridge, for connection, the execution will be very fast. But it means that broker don't risks with his personal capital if in case huge profit will come. And you remember, sir, what happened 1 month ago with gold? Spike. It hit the historical price. Many brokers, they have problem. They announce, sorry, withdrawable not available. Sorry, because why? Because they use B-book model. They execute huge amount of volume inside of their system. That's why big amount of profit was not available because they didn't have enough personal hedging funds. But I will be very honest, sometimes if in case clients come to E-Markets, especially India and Malaysia, the deposit could be only $10. And we also respect small clients. In this case, it's impossible to put on the hedging to liquidity provider $10. So that's why it goes on the... It's a hybrid model because sometimes it's better to give a good execution, but clients sometimes who use a small amount, it's impossible to deliver them on the hedge. It's a fact. So if someone tell you that we have full STP ECN technology, it will be lying. Because if in case means your audience only are institutional traders, starting from $10K, or it means they give you fake information. But for sure, even for the small clients, we deliver best service and good execution. And I'm very proud to say that until now, for our 18 years, try to imagine this company is like a veteran, 18 years in the markets since 2007. We didn't have any issue with withdrawal, nor for big clients, nor for small clients. So at A-Markets, we really care about reputation and service more than other things to make a hype story for the big bonuses or attract attention of the big influencer or partner, just give him money up front. No, it doesn't work like this. Moreover, I think it's not professional. You not respect your partner because you try to buy him. My personal conception, and the guys like Rishabh and Viraj, they know personally, we deliver professional approach. We profile in each other, we discuss joint mission, we understand projections, we understand the profiling of our audience, our students, our great clients. And then we create like several points how we will achieve our targets through education, through offline events, through cross-collaboration. Absolutely right, yes. So if in case you deliver yourself to the market, you never hide your face somewhere in Europe or in Russia. I always support my team, my guys personally, and I'm proud to be a Markets. I have nothing to hide. That's why I have so many positive reviews. Last time in Delhi we have an event, and today in Pune that Denis is so good that you are only one director in the company, in the industry who really doing it, because other people, they could fake some shady story, and who knows how it happened. So thank you guys, first of all, that you are coming, and I'm very happy to stay in front of you today. And for sure, I hope many of you will just to make a decision to test us. We never use any pushing, but decision could be done by you, and I hope you will make a right choice. Like we said before, also, yeah, for commissions and spreads, usually it will be best balance. So don't trust the company that give you very, very cheap price, because quality cannot be very cheap. It means that the hidden point will be somewhere in the execution part, in the MetaTrader. Exactly, yeah. That's why, so for India, especially for India, we create zero spread account. So it means that you pay almost nothing in terms of spread. Slightly you will be charged with the commission like it's an account, but it's only maybe $1 or $2 per site, for two sites. So for sure, the product should be well balanced. So it's impossible to sell high spread for XAU USD like 40 pips, yeah, for example. But at the markets, we have a good calibration for XAU USD as a main flagman asset. Right now, it's very lucrative. It's about 22, 25. Some floating. But anyway, please be careful. That's why you need to understand what's going on inside of the execution. So let's go next. If we are talking about technological part, markets invest huge amount of funds for software, for hardware, for servers, for bridge connecting between our ecosystem and our liquidity provider, between servers and backend. So nobody knows about it and nobody see how it looks. But this is the core, this is the heart of the broker. That's why here you should understand that if the requests come in so fast or bad execution come in very frequently, it means that the technological part of the broker is very poor. However, they can tell you that we have very remote servers, they are too much but they are not working. It also could be not true. Because if in case you are working with the global companies, they should at least have 15 or 20 servers globally all over the world. And usually traders, they are not care about this. So speed is a real reflection of how powerful your broker, because if the broker invests really huge amount of funds for the hardware and for software, for sure it will be a flag of stability. Also, if you are talking about current trend, yeah, all the clients right now, especially in Asia, Southeast Asia and India, they prefer mobile trading. And right now, at the markets, we also created two applications, one for clients and one right now coming soon for partners, that contains dashboards, analyzes, charts, sentiments indicator, many things. So it creates your trading lifestyle more convenient because you collect infrastructure, not only like a core MT4 trading, yeah, but you have extra facilities that can improve your knowledge, that can improve your personal analyzer. For example, At the markets, you can choose in the menu education trade analyzer. So you put your trade results, you put your initial information, and system identify your profile. So it means system show who you are in this world of trading. It's a very good story for those who just try and start their journey in the trading, having first experience. So we right now invest so much for infrastructure, ecosystem of the trading, because right now the competition is very high. So it's impossible just to work with tradable bonuses or copy trading. You should grow every time.
So copy trading is available
Yes, sir. Copy trading is available. Sorry?
on your server or someone else,
Our sorry, yes, it's a full in-house system.
and you have a meta file also.
Exactly, yeah. MT4, MT5, and copy trading. Copy trading became very popular. We recently changed the interfaces, so UX and UI became more powerful. We add more filters. So right now, for example, we already talked with some guys today that they also want to open copy trading, so they can create a portfolio of their story.
Separate marketplace for copy trade as well.
It's not a separate marketplace. It's also inside of our website. You can easily find it in the special section, copy trading. It's divided between investors and masters. If in case you choose rating, the system will show you the big portfolio rating with the very stylish charts and results. You can see the karma, the history of other copy traders that will reflect you the yield, profitability, amount of investors, how many years or weeks this strategy exists, and you will see the chart. You'll see genesis, so how he grow. Of course, service very transparent because copy trading, it's a big responsibility. People who are coming to copy trading, we understand they are not so prepared for self-trading. They want to delegate responsibility for someone. But if in case your strategy is not well prepared, one day these clients start abusing, they start saying, where is my $100? Because it's small drawdown, it's nothing for the big traders. But the mentality of copy trader investors is kind of different. So my personal recommendation, if you are open copy trading, please profile your audience very carefully. Tell him about risks, disclaimers, that you will manage the account and the system will copy, detecting the results and reflect in the dashboards of profit. But if in case clients are not well prepared, he will be very nervous, you know? So we have some cases before when copy trader, he give promises because he was very good marketing guy. He said, guys, my strategy is perfect. He was good public speaker, but recently his results was down and clients start coming to him and say, you promised us, where's the results? And they start coming to e-markets. And we was forced to explain them that copy trading is like a market's software that we give, but we cannot be responsible, unfortunately, for the results of your master. So, of course, pure trading, self-trading is much more good because people test themselves. They identify themselves who they are in the market, what for they come for this. Just to make a gamble story or to try myself, or I really want to be a huge trader for the long run. That's why with Tradefluenza, with the guys, we choose the approach of education and self-trading more, rather than extra other stories like signals or EA or copy trading. Because the portrait of the audience is much more better. Self-trader is more motivated, he's more disciplined. Yeah, he can make wonderful trading journals, like we see today, yeah? Still, so rough. Thank you so much, I'm very impressed. Or we can see how they grow. They learn based on their personal mistakes. They collect personal legacy, personal experience, and then they became more strong, more mature. So for sure, this type of audience is much more interesting, more high potential, and they can grow from small client until huge client. They can change accounts, let's say, from standards to ECN, from ECN to zero spread, and so on. And we at the markets, we're ready to cultivate them, we're ready to grow them together. It's also about ecosystem, about every facilities. So please, next. Also, when we are talking about reliability, yeah, we should understand that brokers should really meet your expectation and meet your level of experience, because sometimes we can find the landing page and then we see something unbelievable offers, but you don't know how to really achieve some, I don't know, cars, they have some helicopters and other things. So you don't know how to trade, how to achieve these results. So, first of all, my personal idea, if we are coming to the Asian markets, yeah, we should be very friendly. We should be very oriented to the client needs, their capacity and their potential first. Because If you start pushing hard, one day they will be very suspicious and they will say, maybe I will not make decision to this broker because I don't feel the empathy. I don't feel the matching of my personal potential and my personal needs. I have case before 5 years ago when I relocated to Malaysia. I live in Malaysia right now, and we was trying to present our product to Malaysian traders and partners. And they say, Denis, it's very hard to use company because spread is very high, minimal deposits is $100, leverage is very small. So I personally take obligation and I completely change e-markets for Asia. So we have e-markets 2.0 for Asia, especially for India, for Southeast Asia, because we reduce minimal amount of deposits, now it's $10. We connect local payment system, we increase leverage, we simplify verification, and spread, of course, also was reduced. And this was the great results, how we can listen the local audience, how we can understand local client needs. And after this, guys, try to imagine, it was like a boom. Clients start trading with us, they start staying more. The trading conditions, the product and system was well enough for them, so they have no issue with withdrawal, and that's why audience start growing. This is exactly about how you identify your audience and how you matching your product to their needs. So let's next. Also some slides about instruments, yeah, because diversification is very important. All of us are different, we have different capacity, different capital, so of course some diversification like a CFD or crypto right now, you know, is very popular. It could be also a good point to show from the side of the broker that they are reliable because they can invest to new assets, they can deal with the liquidity provider, they can make new assets and increase the range, the, how to say, the marketplace of the instruments. So next. From my point of view, it's very important slide. Of course, everybody knows about UPI issue with some kind of companies. And I'm very proud to say that at the markets we don't have any UPI problem because we have several providers and it's high-ended systems, payment systems. That's why clients are satisfied. So if in case we have some story of deposit or withdrawal and suddenly you see that money was not enough, it means that the broker charged you somewhere between payment gate with a different rate or different fee. But usually they say that fee is zero, but however they can charge you according to the rate, because rate could be floating, could be different, like INR USD, because all accounts are in USD. It could be also big drama for the traders because they will be surprised. Let's say at the markets we have a widget. When you make a deposit, you see exact current rate. According to this rate, you will receive your safety deposits. So, of course, the biggest red flag, it's very simple. If in case brokers start delaying your withdrawal, usually how it goes, they say, sorry, our payment system is disconnected, sorry, manager is dying. So they create very ridiculous excuses, but it means that the problem with two things, with their personal liquidity and the equity, what they have on their payment accounts, or they have problem with their system, with the withdrawal breach connections or fraud as a payment system. So please, next. When you're talking about way how to approach client, yeah, you know, it's very important. And in the markets, we have our motto, we shift in expectation of our clients by delivering excellent service. It's not just the words. If we are talking about customer support, channels of communication, for us, it's very, very important because we don't use any chatbots. All the people who are replying you, they're high-end professional. We have academy, we're educating them. Yes, please. You want to say?
When we deposit and when we withdraw, like, is the rate fixed? Like, the deposit and what's the dollar rate?
You know, it's not fixed rate, yeah, because it depends on our exchanger provider, but you will always see how much amount of rupiah you will be deducted from your banking account according to USD. So it means you control situation. You know it in advance, before they clicking the button of deposit. So we made it before deposit to let client understand what will be the amount of deduction and will be enough for trading. Because sometimes some brokers, yeah, they can give fixed rate, but fixed rate is very, how to say, dangerous case, because if in case you will have high inflation or high, I don't know, problem in the country, let's say Malaysian ringgit became very strong right now, nowadays, against dollar. Because Mr. Trump made many big mistakes somewhere in Latin America. That's why gold was high, that's why dollar was down. So in this case, if in case you have a fixed rate, the broker company, yeah, they could be in minus, in losses, because according to the fixed rate, they didn't collect enough funds according to the new market situation. So, but at the markets, yeah, it's a widget that allows you to understand how much it will be right now. It will be very closer to the current market rate. You can check it in the xca.com. Usually it's very according to the market price. Yeah. So yeah, let's coming back to the story of customer support. Like I told you before, we have an academy, internal academy, where we educate our people who work with customer acquisition for client support in sales. It's very important to educate them in terms of fast reaction speed and professional script, because if in case, let's say you come to the chat support somewhere, you asking some question, and once you will hear, sorry, I need to clarify with my manager, so what for you're staying there? What was your job? So at the markets, all the managers, they are high-end professionals, so that's why Trustpilot is full of positive Indian review, how managers was polite, professional, and fast responsive. Because traders sometimes don't understand what's going on with his account, why it was modified, changed, what's happened with leverage, or just he want to ask about trading condition. Of course, high-end broker, they should be able to reply on all these questions immediately, in terms of speed of reaction and in terms of speed of response. So of course, strong support team, strong division, it's a full reflection of the broker's reliability. And summarizing this section, we make some summary of the red flags, how to avoid. Of course, like I told before, this is the biggest red flag. Many partners, many bad academies to whom we reject our cooperation give promises, they give guaranteed income. It's prohibited because nobody can guarantee what will be done in the market, how price will go. But it's very easy to get attention of the client if in case someone give you guaranteed profit. And usually people got scared and got scammed in this story, unfortunately, because it's easy to believe in the high profit rather than to understand what's going on in reality. And of course, like I told before, the transparency with the fee, commission, it also could be a red flag because you can be surprised what's happened with your balance on your wallet, on your trading account, or sometimes on Wednesday when you have X3 times swap, it also could be a red flag to work with such companies. So let's go next. I also want to share some information how markets grow for this couple of years, how we did it in India, how we did it in Southeast Asia, in Central Asia. So let's go next. This is the small highlights of our last year results. So we made a very, I can say, big expansion with the real meetings, real offline events. It was done in all Southeast Asia, like Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and of course India. And let's make a next slide. So this is our event, guys. You remember? I hope, Viraj. This is our first, I can say, boot camp. Not boot camp, seminar. Tradeconnect. It was in Delhi. It was last year. Amazing meetup. So I think next presentation will be about Pune event with my hope. So this is our division in Central Asia, in Kazakhstan. Also academy, also well-profiled division who deliver education, technical side, live session trading for the audience of Central Asia. Let's go next. It's also story of Kazakhstan, another division. It's education seminar. This is already Uzbekistan. It's also a country of Central Asia. This is a place where I'm living right now. It's Malaysia. So this is the guy. You can see him near me. His name is Mr. Kamel. I grow him personally like a mentor. He only was perfect in video production and creation. He was a trader. And we, together with my team of partnership managers, educate him, approach him, and in 1 year he started bringing $1 million. Try to imagine, guys. So his TikTok, his education, his academy start bringing outstanding results because conversion rate became 65%. Audience really like his approach. So it's like a part of our family right now. So every month we increase amount of events together and his community grows. So I hope same story. One day we will see in the wonderful India. So let's go next. This is the event also in Malaysia. We organize it in Penang, and this is the Indonesian event in Makassar. So this it should be video, I think. Yeah, guys. Okay, let's just skip it. Let's go next. Yeah, this is the video. So I would like to show you the real prize that our Malaysian trader won in our raffle. It doesn't work, yeah? Raj, so video doesn't work. Okay, guys, so for video, let's just skip it, no problem. So you can turn back. Yeah, so let's say some words about our presence. So as you can see before, the Markets is an instant sponsor of Dubai Expo, and I hope this year we will see each other again in Mumbai, because right now we plan to be a sponsor of Mumbai Expo as well. That will be in August. So I hope many of you will be our guests there. Also about recognition by the international awards, it's a big amount of good trophies, mostly for the trusted financial broker in Asia. This is the biggest award we have. Let's go next. And like I said, yeah, as a proven record of our reputation, of course, it's feedback of our trusted clients. So you can see it in Trustpilot, and you can see it in the store, yeah, in the Apple Store and in Google Play. So this is the highest rates that we are really proud of. So let's go next. And like I said before, yeah, several quarters ago, in 2025, we reached the highest rate of Trustpilot. It was like 4.9, so it's very rare case that the broker can achieve such rate in fintech industry. So this is also a reflection of our customer support and product safety. So I think, guys, that's all what I would like to say for you. So once again, thank you for your coming. Really respect your time, respect your experience, and I hope, yeah, thank you. I hope you will make the right choice.